It was just southeast of San Jose, California. Started at 12:58 a.m. in an unincorporated, sort of semi-rural area not far from Silicon Valley, near the 101 freeway. 12:58 a.m. Somehow, someone, almost certainly more than one person, opened up the heavy metal cover of an underground vault on the side of the road. It wasn't a normal manhole cover like you see in the street everywhere, the kind of thing you might be able to lift up yourself. It was much bigger than that, heavier than that, which is why investigators think it would have likely taken more than one person to open this thing up. But whoever it was, they opened it up, they got inside that underground vault, and when they were in there, they cut the fiber optic cables that ran through it. Then 9 minutes later, they did it again. A different nearby underground vault containing fiber optic cables. They pulled open the doors, got in there, and sliced off the fiber. And the consequences of that were immediate. People all over the area instantly lost cell phone service and landline phone service, and 911 call service went down. Police would ultimately have to tell people in the area that if they were having an emergency and they needed to call 911, they should try to do that from a cell phone. If that didn't work, they should try to do it from a landline. If that didn't work, police advised people in the area, you're going to have to drive to the nearest fire station and ask for help in person because we have no other way for you to reach us. 21 minutes after they cut the second set of fiber optic cables, whoever it was started shooting into that electrical power substation with AK-47 style rifles. Investigators say the shooters fired more than 100 bullets into the electrical substation over a period of about 19 minutes. They were firing carefully enough and with enough well-informed deliberation that in that 19-minute period where they were shooting all those dozens of rounds, they were able to knock out 17 different electrical transformers in that substation, some of them by shooting them directly and some of them by causing them to melt down. Quote, the shooters appear to have aimed at the transformers' oil-filled cooling systems. Riddled with bullet holes, the transformers leaked 52,000 gallons of oil, then overheated. The first bank of them started crashing at 1:45 a.m. So between hitting the oil that was used as a cooling fluid for the transformers and hitting the transformers themselves, with more than 100 rounds of AK-47 rifle fire, 17 transformers were knocked out in that electrical power substation. And with the cutting of the fiber optic cables nearby, cell phone, landline, and 911 service was knocked out. That Northern California attack in 2013, altogether, all those different components of it, it took less than an hour. And by the time the police turned up, the perpetrators were gone. It took 27 days for authorities to make the repairs and get that substation up and running and get that fiber connected again. So again, that took place April 2013 in Northern California. That attack remains unsolved. Nobody ever publicly claimed responsibility. Nobody, as far as we know, was ever arrested. No motive was ever ascribed to whoever carried out that attack. Now, fast forward to this year, February of this year, February 2022, 3 men, one from Ohio, one from Wisconsin, one from Indiana and Texas, pled guilty to a plot to do much the same thing, inspired by white supremacist ideology. Department of Justice press release. 3 men plead guilty to conspiring to provide material support to a plot to attack power grids in the United States. Domestic terrorism plot was in furtherance of white supremacist ideology. And the plea agreement in that case, again, from earlier this year, spells it out. It says in the fall of 2019, 2 young men, one age 20, one age 24, met in an online forum. One suggested to the other that they hatch a plan to take out electrical power substations in various parts of the country to try to set off civil unrest and to hopefully try to set off a race war in the United States. This is from the plea agreement. Quote, the plan was to attack the substations with powerful rifles that would penetrate the electrical transformers. Members of the group estimated that would cost the government millions of dollars to recover. In addition, the defendants believed that time associated with replacing the substations would cause confusion and unrest for Americans in the region. There were also conversations about how the possibility of the power being out for many months could cause a race war. Additionally, without power across the country, they hoped it could cause the next Great Depression. People wouldn't show up to work, the economy would crash, and there would be a ripe opportunity for potential white leaders to rise up. That plea agreement, unsealed by the government earlier this year, explains how these young men decided they would need to cause a big explosion as a distraction. They wanted to set off some kind of big explosion that would tie up the police and distract police from what they were going to do to the power substations, which is something, again, that they hoped would cause millions of dollars of damage, something that would take months to be able to repair. To set off just the distraction explosion, they admitted to buying bomb components and starting to test explosives to suit that part of their plan. They also obtained multiple so-called ghost guns, guns with no serial numbers, so they couldn't be traced. They built what the government describes as multiple AR-47 style semi-automatic rifles. They built the rifles, they were building more, and they started training with them at firing ranges. When the FBI searched their homes, they found multiple firearms, including firearms with no serial number, multiple silencers, milling tools, weapons modification manuals, explosives production diagrams and manuals, chemicals and components that an FBI lab determined could be used to create an explosive device. Prosecutors said they found, quote, a large amount of Nazi-related material, such as videos, books, and images. Also detailed U.S. power infrastructure information, a list of specific power substations, and, quote, an article regarding the sabotage of a power substation in California.
It's your last chance to shop Wayfair's Cyber Week. Save on kitchen and dining furniture up to 50% off. Bedroom.
So the California attack on that power substation was in 2013, still unsolved. This year, we get neo-Nazis trying to set off a race war, planning what appears to have been a copycat attack, copying what happened in California. Also, to the extent that they're also planning on using high-powered rifles to shoot up electrical substations and try to knock out the power. The guilty pleas to the plot that was uncovered by federal prosecutors. Those guilty pleas were earlier this year in federal court in Ohio. And now this weekend, here we are again, Moore County, North Carolina.
Shortly after 7 p.m., power outages began here in the Carthage area. Shortly thereafter, the outages would spread to the greater majority of central and southern Moore County. Upon the arrival of the power crews and our deputies, extensive damage was found at their substations. Evidence at the scene indicated that showed that the firearm had been used to disable the equipment.
Power out for what they call 45,000 customers. Customers in this case means 45,000 homes and businesses. Altogether, we're talking about over 100,000 people. Well, it was initially 45,000 customers, 45,000 homes and businesses. It's now down to 33,000 homes and businesses, but that's still tens of thousands of Americans tonight with zero power, zero. And this isn't like lines down in a storm that you go out and rewire the lines and put them back up. This is two electrical substations shot up with firearms, like in California in 2013, and like the neo-Nazis just pled guilty to planning in Ohio earlier this year. And we have nobody in custody, nobody claiming responsibility, no word on any potential motive, apparently no suspects. In Moore County, North Carolina this weekend, it was two different electrical substations, reportedly about 10 miles apart. The two of them reportedly shot at and disabled by gunfire within about 45 minutes of each other on Saturday night. As for the motive, we literally have no idea. And there has been a lot of speculation, both nationally and locally, since we learned that this happened, since we learned that this was a deliberately inflicted attack. But honestly, bottom line, we really do not know. At the first press conference yesterday, where the sheriff and local officials took the first questions about what had happened, they were immediately asked, and then asked repeatedly, whether this attack on the electrical infrastructure in North Carolina might be related to threats and intimidation that have been directed at local LGBTQ groups in Moore County recently, and in particular at a drag show at a downtown venue in the town of Southern Pines, a show that started just minutes before the power stations were shot up and the lights went out. There were far-right, anti-gay, anti-trans protesters trying to shut down that Moore County event on Saturday, just hours before the power stations were shot up. This followed another similar protest by masked far-right paramilitary groups, including the Proud Boys, at an LGBTQ event last month in nearby Sanford, North Carolina, which is only about a half an hour away from Moore County. Vice News points out today that this was a whole weekend of menacing anti-gay, anti-trans protests in multiple places around the country, including Columbus, Ohio, where honestly it looked like a gun show on the street outside one gay and trans-friendly event with armed Proud Boys flashing white power signs and screaming at people, and a white supremacist group called Patriot Front showing up in formation, White Lives Matter guys doing hit.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakadash, all praises and glories due. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Grace Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the elect. This is Isaiah 13:14. And it shall be as the slack turn it on. It reads, and it shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall, every man shall turn to his own people, and flee every one to his own land. That's right. And that's getting ready to happen, man. As you can see that on that news clip, that these racist Nazis, whatever you want to call them, they're coming for your blood, Jake. This race war, World War III, the MOTB, martial law, all these plagues are getting ready to come upon the earth like you've never seen before, man. Things are about to pop off, man. You can see all the things that's popping up right now. You know what I'm saying? You got your race wars. This is your race war that's getting ready to flame up. Starting with your blackouts and shit like that, man. This thing is about to heat up like we've been telling you people early on, and like we always been saying. Particularly the brothers of Great Millstone, prophesying these things to come, man. Now you hearing all kind of shit popping up all over the news. You know, and the things they're not talking about is the things that's hitting, that's coming in hard, like the race wars, the MOTB, the World War III, right? The plagues, the cockatrice pest, and all this stuff is coming upon the earth, man. And it's only a matter of time before all this come all at once. And you're going to see all hell break loose, man, like you've never seen before. And we've been telling you that, you know, things are going to get real hairy around here real soon. Now, you heard what this news clip said, that these things, these power electrical boxes or whatever they were sabotaged. And they were sabotaged by white supremacist groups that wanted to kick off a race war, that wanted to compromise United States economy, you know, to bring America down to its knees and have it taken over. They wait for the white leaders to step in so they can rebuild this America with this new world order. And a lot of you Jakes are going to be you're going to get it, man. A lot of you are going to die when this thing kicks off because you don't know who your enemies are. You don't know who your enemy is. And it's only a matter of time, man. It's only a matter of time. Like we've been warning you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that this so-called white man is your enemy. And that it's only a matter of time before he shows his horns. You know, he's holding back, and it's, you know, he want to show his real nature, and he will. You know. We've been telling you. This is Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is coming down unto you having great wrath, because he knows he had but a short time. That's right. This devil knows his time is up, man. They got it in their spirit that they got to make a move, man. And you can see they targeting the electric grid, your power grid, the things you need to wake up, and your daily function is gonna be all fucked up, man. And they want it that way, so they can really focus on killing you, Jakes, man. They got all these fucking ghost guns, silencers, bombs. These devils, these believe you me, a lot of police officers, law enforcement officers, military people, all this shit is involved with this, man. They all have a tactical. They sit back and they think these things out tactically. How they gonna come up against you, Jakes, man. And you best believe they got it all planned out, man. Because they know one thing that this devil knows. He knows when there's something wrong, and he knows he's in a war. He's in war mode. But you, Jakes, you in fucking Murph mode. Key, play time. Ain't fucking serious. Always, Jake always got some fucking joke. You like to play a lot. Like keep funny. Going around fucking all kind of bitches and doing no dumb shit. Playing with killing his own brother. With his, you fucking niggas gonna get it, man. Because this fucking devil is gearing up to come and get your monkey ass. And it ain't gonna be pretty. And you're gonna have all day to play with your fucking guns then. Fucking idiots. And we've been telling you guys that these devils are gonna come down on you because they know they have but a short time. And you think the fucking government, your fucking officials, your government, you're gonna run to them? It says woe to him that run down to Egypt for help. Let's get that once. Where is that? Slack you. Isaiah 31. Let me get that. No, man. Slack you. It reads, this is Isaiah 31 and 1. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. And that's right. Because a lot of you Jakes are gonna run. You're gonna run to your government because you're gonna think that's the only way of salvation is trust your government. Going to your so-called your government, seeking for help. You think that's gonna be your salvation, but that's gonna be your downfall, man. Because a lot of you Jakes are gonna go to your government when all hell breaks loose, when these lights go out, when the food shortages come upon, when the food stamps and all that shit get cut down. You're gonna run to your government for aid. And that's when you're going to get destroyed, man. You're going to be destroyed, man, in them days. You're going to run to your government for aid, and he's going to destroy you, man. And that's the truth be told, man. And that's the truth. Let me see that. It says, truly in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills. That's your large governments. And from your small governments, that's from hills and mountains means governments. It says, woe, truly in vain is salvation hoped from the hills and from the multitude of mountains. Truly, the Lord, our power, is the salvation of Israel. That's right. That's our salvation, man. Is Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, man. And a lot of you Jakes are going to run to your government for your aid, for your help, and all this and that and the third. You're not going to return to the Lord and repent and pray that the Lord have salvation upon you, the Lord have mercy upon you and give you that salvation. Because the Lord is the only one that's going to give salvation in these last days. Because you run to that so-called white man, he's going to be the one. You're going to be a self-deed. That's basically you you with the program of him destroying you, man. Because that's how he's gonna use it as you coming to him. So it's gonna be an easy um, way to kill you, Jakes, man. So and you can see it right now. This thing is heating up. You can see these devils. They're um, getting bent out of shape about what's going on in America. They see what's happening. They see that these fucking fake politicians are causing a real uproar amongst the people, man, with his policies and shit like that, man. You know, doing all this shit that's pissing off these fucking Edomites. And at the same time, it's the Heavenly Father that's turning this fucking pot up, man. It's heating this thing up. He's about to heat this thing up, man. You about to see crazy shit hit the planet Earth real soon, man. Like never before. Because a lot of you people think we're full of shit, and you think we're lying. We just out here to, fear mongering and shit like that. Well, you doing it. You fucking see what happens when the Lord returns and you fucking around. He's gonna use that left hand to tear your ass up, man. Because a lot of you gonna catch it, man. That left hand of the Heavenly Father is the so-called white man, and a lot of you gonna run and run to him for salvation. And he's gonna be the one that destroy you in the end. That's the truth, man. A lot of you gonna be destroyed at your own, because you ran to the devil. You didn't take heed to the words of the men. Because a lot of you bitches, a lot of you dumbass, especially you so-called black women, you think the so-called white man is nice. He's the sweetest thing on earth, you know. But you're gonna find out, man. You're gonna find out real soon that you are been in a trick bag, that you are fucking fully and put your whole life in the hands of a fucking devil. I mean, you put everything you got in the hands of the fucking devil, and you don't believe you think we fucking bullshit. You're gonna find out real soon, because when this devil, when that day comes, it's gonna be no mercy, man. The world's gonna turn cold, man. And the little Edomites that do have a few, especially you so-called black women that's got a fucking Edomite, man, he gonna show his horns on your ass real soon. He gonna get cold, especially when that day comes. You talking that shit, talking about, no, you gonna be his fucking slave in that day. And you gonna think we bullshitting. You gonna see. We ain't fucking, you gonna see. And we've been telling you people over and over time all this shit that's getting ready to come upon the earth, man. Nobody's taking, um, telling you this is the way walk therein. Let me get that once. Yep. Um, Isaiah 30. This fucking fool ass motherfucker, man. Slacking driving, so I'm getting ready to get up. Slack. And then this is Isaiah 30 and 20, and it reads, "And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, the Lord is gonna, you're gonna have to, pick up that cross and you follow Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. It's not gonna be a easy road, man. It's gonna be a road of, like it says, the bread of, it says the um the bread of adversity, man. You're gonna have a hard time, man. You're gonna have a hard time, in this truth, man. If you come to this, man, you're gonna have a hard time. But it says in the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore. But thy eyes, just like it, just like it. But thy eyes shall see thy teachers, and thy ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, ye walk ye in it. When ye turn to the right hand, and you when you walk slack. I'm driving, so it's hard for me to see too, man. Slacking, man. And it reads, This is the way, walk ye in. When ye turn to the right hand, and when you turn to the left. You know what I'm saying? This is the way, walk ye in. That's what it's telling you. This is the truth. The brothers of Great Millstone have the truth, the 100% truth. Walk ye in it. We warning you and telling you the things that come. We're warning you. The brothers of Great Millstone putting up the videos, putting up the lessons, they're telling you people what time it is, and that we come into a great uh, um tribulation are getting ready to come here, man. You got many things that are getting ready to hit the earth, man. And it look the way it's coming, the Lord, the Most High is getting ready to bring all this stuff pretty much simultaneously, man, almost at once. It's gonna be one at the other, bam, boom, 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 just constantly going off, non-stop. Everything is gonna be hitting, and Jake gonna be confused like a motherfucker, man, because he didn't take heed to the Lord. Because we know what's getting ready to come. We see all the things that's moving, so things are not gonna catch us catch us out of off guard. Or we're gonna be shocked to hear one. What, you hear that? There's a blackout. What? We gonna know. Oh shit, this is the time. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have that spirit. Okay, okay. Next move, next. What's the next move? You know what I'm saying? We gonna know. We ain't gonna be panicking. Oh, let me go down to my electric company and call them, see what's going on. Yeah, they gonna call your ass in there. Yeah, you want to step in his office, Mister Sir? Yeah, we got an MOTB for your ass. They're not gonna call it an MOTB, but they're gonna have a device that's gonna be ready to get kicking your ass, man. A FEMA camp or some shit like that, which is a fucking um they call it FEMA camps, but we know those are concentration camps and shit, man. All this shit is about to pop off, man. The niggas think we bullshitting, man. You don't think we just making stuff up, man. This is all true. This is all in the scriptures, man. We got the way, walk ye in it, man. We're talking about the truth, man. The true salvation of the Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. If you want to be delivered out of this shithole this shit that's getting ready to take place, you better come to the Most High. Of course, we're gonna have our rough spots and this and that and third. We're gonna go through the shit, the things that's gonna come to the earth. But we're gonna be going through it with Yahweh Shemi Yahushua, with the hedge overs, man. We're gonna have a clear mind. We're gonna understand what's happening, man. Like it says in Isaiah, I got it. It's Isaiah. This is Isaiah 33 and and 6. It reads, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, the strength of salvation, and the fear of the Lord is his treasure." That's right. So we're gonna have these scriptures and the understanding of these scriptures in the end times, man. So we're not gonna be freaking out, tripping and bugged out and panicking and shit like that and running down to the enemy for help. When you don't know, see, when you don't study the scriptures, you're gonna run down to Egypt for help, and that's your local governments, your local, your whatever, your local, like I say, your local officials and shit, man. You're gonna run to them for help. You're not gonna pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You're gonna go straight to them, and they're gonna put your ass in a concentration camp, what they're gonna call it a FEMA camp. They're gonna lock your ass up, and they're gonna stuff a fucking a CHIP in your ass, and stick some of that cockatrice piss in you, and and send you on your way and turn on them goddamn towers and fuck you up, have you looking like a fucking zombie, man. These people are getting ready to do some crazy things out here on the earth, man. And these are fucking this is Frankenstein in motion, man. So we telling you that this motherfucker is getting ready to get funky and crazy on here out here, and it ain't no joke, man. He's serious. This fucking monkey ass devil is serious, man. If you can see the shit he's doing, because ultimately he's controlled by Satan, and he's the counterpart of Satan. He's doing what Satan, and which ultimately the Lord is giving Satan these things to go down and do to this, tell this fucking devil. He's giving him the basically the blueprint of how to come at you niggas, man. The Lord giving him the spirit to work his evil, his wickedness and shit. But after a while, the Lord is gonna take that motherfucker and put his ass in captivity. And us men of the Lord, we gonna fucking use this motherfucker for what he's worth, and we're gonna put that motherfucker in the ground, in the pit, and we're gonna light his ass up like a charcoal grill. You understand me? And we gonna let that motherfucker sit there after that 1,000 years, and we gonna be fucking straight. No more of that fucking devil, man. Whoever don't want to see that is a fucking idiot, man. You know, you a fucking idiot. You know, we want us to get up out of here. We don't want to be ruled by this wicked ass fucking unrighteous ruler, man. This fucking wicked ass fucking retarded devil, man. This dude don't fucking have no clue of what he's doing. He don't know how to rule, man. He's a fucking base man. What the fuck is this motherfucker doing? He's a base man. Stupid ass fuck. These feet. That's why you can't have no fucking nigga lady driving. Fucking ignorant bitch. You was supposed to make a fucking left turn. The bitch keep going. Have me fucking thinking I gotta go around this fucking silly woman, man. Shit that piss you off, man. But I'm in the wrong because this fucking monkey made a mistake. Stupid ass shit. Slacking, man. But anyway, yeah, like I say, man, we in the land of our captivities, man. We got this fucking devil. He's getting ready to come down upon you because he knows he have but a short time, man. You know, we warning you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, but you refuse to listen to us. We making this shit up, and every day and every fucking week, he constantly showing his fucking horns. He's a horn to pop out here and there, and then fucking dumb nigga just, wow, hey, mistakes happen. They look at Jake, they see, but then what that fucking monkey do? He look at his own people miss this shit and figure, well, everybody's doing it, you know. This motherfucking nigga gotta go, man, because they don't see this shit, man. This fucking motherfucker pass up Esau shit and look at Jake. Well, look at Jake. Look what they doing. Look what he's shooting his own brother. He don't understand that this shit is all planned by the so-called white man. See, because I've seen the guards change, man. I've seen the shit. I've seen time change over time. Shit change over time. I remember brothers was brotherly to each other. I mean, you had your skirmishes and fucking couple niggas that kill each other once in a while. Not like this, man. You know what I'm saying? Not like this. You'll have a skirmish of motherfucker over jealousy, over robbery or some shit like that. But on a whole scale, Jake wasn't killing each other like this, man. Not until that fucking devil put that goddamn shit in our community, that crack cocaine and them goddamn high-power rifles and shit. That's when you seen Jake go crazy. He put that dope in our community. When them niggas was making that money, it became a gangs and shit. Got a hold to all this shit, man. So shit got wired crazy. I seen all this shit happen, man. I witnessed this shit happen. I witnessed it. I seen it, man. I seen guys used to be fucking good jobs, man. Living in the hood, had nice homes, all that shit, man. Fucking turned around, the nigga was smoking his shit. He was gone, man. He was gone. I seen that shit. It's almost like the whole fucking city went into hell. The whole fucking city went to hell overnight. I mean, we were always poor, but nigga, motherfucking, motherfucker knew how to survive. You know, it wasn't bad like that when they hit that crack. When they put that crack down, that shit got crazy, man. And nigga know how to handle po now. You know, when nigga was po, he, you know how to handle that shit. You know, low money, But then when that crack came, that shit turned the whole shit. The shit turned the shit crazy, man. Seeing nice girls that you wanted to get with, you thought would be your wife, turned that bitch into a fucking hoe. She sucking and fucking everybody. You can't believe that shit. Like, damn, this bitch was bad, motherfucker. She was smart. She was giving me a hard time. I was trying to fuck the bitch, and I was going to work, buying her shit, trying to be this motherfucking upright nigga. And some nigga put that bitch on some dope, and next thing you know, this bitch was fucking everybody. So, that was just a side story. Some shit I have, just remembering how shit was. But anyway, but it's just to let you know, man. Jake look at each other and think, hey, the devil put the shit he put a fucking monkey wrench in the program, something to further fuck our people up, and that was that cocaine and shit, that crack and shit when he put it in our neighborhoods, man. I remember that shit hitting hard, man. The hardest drug he had some heroin and shit like the motherfuckers like that. But, it wasn't like this, man, like that fucking crack. But now Jake is over that shit. See, a lot of Jakes are over there. But a lot of you dumb niggas gonna fuck around and turn and get into that goddamn fucking that other shit they do now. I don't know what the fuck these motherfuckers doing now, man. Oxycontin or whatever the fuck it is, man. Whatever the fuck they doing, man. You fucking niggas getting on it. You're dumb, man. You niggas are fucking stupid, man. I know I'm ranting, I'm all over the place, but we just telling you, man, that we're at the end of the so-called white man's era, and the shit about to hit the fan. And we ain't got much time left, man. We ain't got much time left, you know. So, you keep playing around, if you want to. This Proverbs 1:20, wisdom cries out. She uttereth her voice in the streets. She cries at the chief place of concourse like you. And the openings of the gate in the city, she utters her words, saying, how long you simple ones love simplicity, you know. And that's the truth, man. A lot of you jakes are simple, man. You just simple as all day, man. Because you think you got a main to shade. You think you know what you're doing. You got your little 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? You best friends with the so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? You don't believe in Yahweh Shimi Awashad. You believe everybody is under the umbrella of salvation, no matter what. As long as you just say, hey, Jesus, I believe in, Jesus Christ is the Lord and Savior. You believe in that, you straight. You can go back out, fucking your best friend's wife, doing all this other crazy shit, eating the fucking catfish and pork. But you're going to fucking be destroyed, man. Because that's not how it works, man. And furthermore, that's not the name of Yahweh Shimi Awashad, our Heavenly Father. That's not the name of the Savior. But you can't tell the nigga that, though. Because he don't go deep into the book. He just surfaced the Bible. His read was in the book, and that's good enough for him. But like the brothers of Great Millstone have already said, you got to go into the words and go into that thing. Go into it. Jake ain't gonna do that. Jake gonna believe what the so-called white man tell him, and he gonna run with that because the white man got his system up. He's smart. He on TV every day, and he got that big funky ass blue suit and tie. And Jake, he mesmerized by that. So hey, your day is coming, bro. With that, I'm gonna get ready to close it out. I was just ranting a little bit, but I'm just telling you, man. Um, wisdom crieth out, man. She. It reads, wisdom crieth out. She uttereth her voices in the street. She crieth at the chief place of concourse. In the openings of the gates in the city, she utters her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and ye scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. And that's what the brothers have been. That's what the brothers on the corners all over the cities are doing. They're pouring the Most High is pouring His Spirit out through them men that's out there putting up shows, doing their work on the corner, on the highways and byways, and and trying to edify to basically reach the elect. But at the same time, they're giving you your judgment. Your judgment is also in this Bible too, and they're giving it to you. And a lot of you, um, don't understand that because you are blinded by the devil of this world. So you're going to be destroyed when the Lord comes because you didn't take heed and you didn't, you know, you missed the Zion train, so to speak. You know that train came by. You just said, "No, I don't want to get on there. I'm gonna stay on this motherfucking. I'm gonna stay on the Edomite hamster wheel. I ain't going nowhere. I don't want to go nowhere. I'm gonna stay on the Edomite hamster wheel and just do this because this is where I want to be. I don't want to go no further. Cool. Yeah, the Edomite hamster wheel is, pretty much putting food on my table, you know, even though it's artificial, I'm gonna just rock with this, That's how Jake think. So you'll be destroyed on this side because of your lack of trust in the Lord and your unbelief. So with that, I'm gonna close it out. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Kodash, all praises and glories due. Shalom.